morning. I decided to jump on here today to address some of the questions that I've been asked in my DM about spirituality. One of the questions that I was asked was, how can you tell if a person is a real reader? Well, the first thing is, a real reader won't ever need any background information prior to talking to them. So I can have never met you, never seen you in life, and I can read your energy. So a real reader shouldn't ask you any questions, no more than what your name is, maybe your age or your date of birth, but no more than that. A real reader should be able to, without talking to you, tell you things about you or your situation. So that's one of the ways that you can tell if a person is a real reader. I was also asked, how can you tell if a person practices good spiritual hygiene? Pay attention to a person's life that says that they are tell you everything that you need to know about that person. If their life is falling apart, if they look like shit, like sickly, not tired, because sometimes I might get up early in the day and I might look tired, but if they look sickly, if their life is falling apart, if they're a social media person that says they're a reader and they're always in BS, or they're always talking about other readers, or they're always talking about other people, they engage in gossip, they're messy, like they do readings and stuff on celebrities, like prying into people's energy. I'm not going into anyone's energy unless they ask me to. Not unless it's like someone really close to me and I know they're going through something, they didn't shut down, then I might go in so that I can give them insight on their situation. But other than that, I always ask people, or I always get permission before I just pry into people's stuff. Pay attention. Are they messy? Are they doing readings without their head covered online, doing like collective readings and live readings and stuff? They don't even have their crown. Some of the ways that you can tell if they practice good spiritual hygiene. And then while they're doing those readings, pay attention to what they're doing. I don't want to give away everything that they should be doing so that they could try to do it and cover it up. But they're doing live readings where they're supposed to be going from person to person. When you're doing these readings, you're supposed to be reading spirits, So if I read your energy and then I don't cleanse the space, or I don't send your ancestors or your spirit guides or whomever it is that I'm communicating with back, or, let them know, close that off and then move on to the next person's energy. I'm just going from person to person to person to person. I've not done anything to cleanse the energy or the space. That's not a person that practices good spiritual hygiene. It might be some folks upset about that, but it's the truth. You're not even protecting yourself. You're not even closing the right way and letting the spirits know that they can leave. Like, you're just going from person to person to person. So small things that you can use to gauge if they're practicing good spiritual hygiene. Just pay attention to that. If they're burning sage, what else are they burning with the sage? If it's a person that looks like myself that's burning white sage. White sage is a closed practice. It's for the natives. Like some people don't know what they're doing and they just jumped out there because spirituality has become a trend. And so it's trending on social media and they're just doing anything. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to protect themselves. So if they don't know how to protect their energy, they don't know how to protect yours. So pay attention to that. What else did someone ask me? I was also asked how you can connect with your ancestors. The easiest way for you to connect with spirit when you're first starting out is just by calling them in. It's just as simple as that. It seems like it may be a lot, but it's calling them in. First, cleanse your space. And when you call on the spirits, you call on the spirits that mean you well. Then you do that, then you'll start to build, silence your mind and allow your ancestors and your spirit guides to talk to you. And the more that you do it, the more often that you do it, then you'll start to build a relationship with your spirit guides and your ancestors. So it's like really simple. It's not as hard as what you think or a lot of people think. It's just as simple as just talking to them. They're there. They're always around. They also don't just stay at an altar. And I tell people this all the time. They don't stay at an altar. They roam. Spirits roam. So anywhere you go, when you leave to go to the grocery store, they with you. They're with you. They're there to protect you. So that's why they're there. So it's just as simple, literally, as that. Talking to them. And the more that you talk to them, their voices will get louder for you. Your intuition will get stronger because that's how they communicate with you. They don't talk directly to you like I'm talking to you. They, what is it? Getting messages, and then they'll start letting you know what you need to do to ascend higher, because there's different levels, right? So they'll let you know They'll let you know. It's just as simple as that. Making sure your energy is clean, using things that your ancestors and spirit guides are familiar with to cleanse your energy, and then just talking to them. That's the baby step. That's the first step that you should make before you jump into an ancestor altar. And then they'll also telepathically communicate with you on when it's time to set up your altar. Don't just jump off the porch and get an altar because you saw someone else do it. Because there's a lot of people with altars and they don't even know who they calling to the dang on altar. They don't know who they talking to. They just talking to themselves. It's just a candle burning on a dang on table. Don't be that person. I think there's other questions, but I have something to do, so I'll be back in a little bit.